new set designs a wee bit fucked. Anyway, coronavirus, COVID-19 has caused this video to come out a little bit later than it has because the entirety of the UK is on lockdown and people are terrified to go to their homes in case they get questioned by the police as to why they're going where and what they're doing and, oh, where are you going, sir? Oh, I'm just at the shop. Oh, have you not been to the shop? No. Oh, are you sure about that, sir? Yes. Oh. It's scaremongering. Anyway, but leave my fucking notes alone, Nelly. On Cinema Slurs, or COVID Slurs as it will be the next little while, because I am in lockdown. The entirety of the UK is in lockdown, and everybody's stuck inside, doing nothing apart from drinking and smoking fucking weed and sitting about watching Netflix. And watch the fucking Tiger King and This Country final episode if you can, if you've got any spare time, that is. But while the majority of the UK is in lockdown, aside from the people who the Prime Minister says aren't in lockdown, very, very vague list of nonsense, I'm going to talk about what's happened to the cinema during the COVID-19 coronavirus shit. And I was going to get Corona beers and sit them all about everywhere, but when I went to the shop, there was Corona in the shop yesterday. Today I went to go and buy it as an essential purchase, and it wasn't there, so somebody must have bought the Corona, the cunts, and I had to buy Carlsberg, so hence the setting. But, talk about before I get into The Invisible Man, which I saw like 2 weeks ago now because of the virus and not knowing about work and not knowing about the 80% workers' pay until yesterday now. I had no fucking idea what was going on, so now I've actually a little bit more relaxed. A little more relaxed to sit and talk about crap like The Invisible Man. Fuck you, Blumhouse. Anyway, COVID-19 and the cinema situation. Now, today is now Wednesday morning. And it would have been last Friday, I would have went to the cinema with my girlfriend to go to Glasgow, stay in a hotel, go to a swanky spa, blah 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 blah. That's a bottom reference if anybody gets that fucking shit. Anyway, and we would have went and seen Quiet Place 2. But because of the coronavirus, that has now been delayed till March? Fucking May or something? No one knows.
The people that are left are not the kind of people worth saving.
Also, No Time to Die, the James Bond film, and I don't like Daniel Craig as James Bond, let it be known. But actually, it looked not bad. He's alright. He's just not my favourite James. My favourite James Bond's Roger Moore, which tells a lot about me.
Thinks I'm still a virgin.
Yes, well, you get your clothes on, and I'll buy you an ice cream.
Quiet Place 2 is cancelled. Black Widow and Peter Rabbit 2 are also cancelled, which is, you know, thank you coronavirus for that. Shame if you didn't, you know, completely halt production for the end of time for those films. Another thing that happened with the COVID-19 thing was that Universal said, they were like, oh, The Invisible Man, that's not really had a very long theatrical run. That's strange, isn't it, Universal? Considering that it's already made 123.4 million. 1,234 million. Bloody hell. Imagine that. $1 million. And they're saying on March the 16th this year, so about a week from that, they were like, oh, we're going to release Hunt, which looks like a pile of absolute shit. Emma, which I won't be watching, but it's got Anna Taylor-Joy, so it might be alright, because she's fantastic. Me and my girlfriend recently watched Thoroughbreds with her and another girl from something else in it. I have no idea who she was, and it was fantastic. Both of them are amazing. 100% see that. It's on Netflix just now. those two films, Hunt and Emma and The Invisible Man, on-demand services like Amazon Prime for $19.99. I have to go out of my way to watch these films. I have to go to the cinema, a shithole, dumps usually, not the view mind you, and sit and watch these films. People coughing and sneezing on you, spreading viruses about, and I've got to do all this, and it's cheaper than whether I could sit in the comfort of my own home and watch these films. Thank you, Universal, you're not trying to make money out of everybody, you know? They'd be as well fucking selling toilet roll online. Cunt. It's very, very strange for the cinema industry. I don't really know what the fuck's going on with anything. It's amusing that the 5th highest grossing film of 2020, thanks to the coronavirus, thank you for this, is The Invisible Man. And we'll get into that in a little bit. The fourth highest grossing film one up is Birds of Prey, which is meant to be absolutely terrible and I have not seen and I shall not see. And the 6th film is The Gentleman. Not the creepy weird floaty guys from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but the Guy Ritchie film about London gangsters that's full of fucking celebrities. His films kind of don't really work so much these days because everybody's kind of like quite well known, and a lot of people who gets into them are like too famous to be gritty celebrities. If that makes any sense. His older films kind of made more sense because I don't really know who these people are, and then they were good, like Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels and things like that. Like they were better because you didn't really know, you know, if Vinnie Jones was and things like that. But now this, it's like I don't know, I'm gonna watch that. And saying this for 2020, fucking hell, so far these are the top 5 highest grossing movies. Number 1's Bad Boys for Life with Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. I can't even say his name. I can't even say Martin Lawrence's name, so I'm disgusted by it. And Will Smith. Fuck that. I wouldn't even go and see that to the piss of it. Fuck off. Number 2's Sonic the Hedgehog, which was told as being an absolute fucking failure until they redid Sonic, but to me it sort of seems like they might have already had the Sonic that's in the film previously and they done it all for attention, but that's a story for a different day. Number 3's Dr. Dolittle with fucking Iron Man in it, which spoken to by various different people is maybe one of the worst films that a lot of people have ever seen. And The Invisible Man is number 5 and in this cavalcade of shit. And I'll get into The Invisible Man. But this was the cinema business is going to be fucked. Same as the restaurant business and every other business, and everything is completely, absolutely unequivocal shambles right now. I don't know what the fucking cinema business is going to do. What are they going to do? Everyone's going to be fucking delayed. Everyone's going to be delayed. Everyone's going to get pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. But Bad Boys for Life still managed to make money. Fucking hell. What am I going to do for 3 weeks? The Invisible Man 2020 by Blumhouse. Almost as if they've not made enough films. Now, when I went and saw this film, I was going to do A Quiet Place 2 and The Invisible Man as one little video review thing, but obviously we can't do that because of COVID-19. So, to do The Invisible Man.
Where are you? Show yourself! Come on! Do it! There you are.
I'm gobsmacked to see the ratings for this, and I'm gobsmacked to see the money that's been made. So the budget was 7 million. Like a lot of Blumhouse's films, it's got a very, very low budget. 7 million, and it's made 1.2 123.4 million. I'm just laughing at the 1, 2, 3, 4 because, you know, it's been a few days in isolation and I've went mad. and that's fucking bewildering to me. A horror film, Blumhouse, it's a simple premise that everybody knows, everybody's seen, and I'll get into that later on. The ratings, IMDb, it's got 7.3 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes, 91 fucking %. You fucking joking? And Metacritic, 71%. It was released on 28th of February in the UK. I think I saw it a week after it came out. 6-7 days after it came out. Fucking hell. The film itself. Now, this will be non-spoiler territory for this. The film itself isn't bad per se. Elizabeth Moss, who plays, what's her fucking name? Cecilia, is good. The cast are good. Everything's fine. Casts are fine. It's shot very well. It's shot by, who's the fucking director? Director's Lee Whannell, whatever his name is. Him and James Wan are the guys who this guy directs, James Wan writes, or something, or this guy writes, James Wan directs, whatever. Coronavirus, I don't know what's going on, I can't remember everything. Isolation, etc. But they've done, well, he's definitely done, directed Saw, and Insidious 1, 2 and 3, so, you know, fantastic movies. But anyway, the cast's good. It's got Aldis Hodge, I assume his name's not Aldis Hodge, but he's the black guy who was in the Black Museum episode of Black Mirror, which has got where his girlfriend gets put in like a coma or something, and they transfer his brain and transfer her into his brain. She's sort of sitting at the driver's seat of his brain, and he ends up like having other relationships and stuff, and she's like stuck in his head, and he ends up putting her like a teddy bear. He's good. Oliver Jackson Cohen plays the Invisible Man, and I thought he was like, he's barely even in this film. He's in it for like what, 5-6 minutes for the entirety of the film. He was the guy who was the junkie out of Haunting of Hill House, and as I've said previously on Cinema Slurs, or COVID Slurs as we're doing it just now for the virus, Haunting of Hill House should have been a movie, not a fucking 10-part fucking show, because it bored the fucking arse off me. But yeah, the cast's alright, the ratings are very high, directors, you know, highly acclaimed, it's Blumhouse. You know, horror movie, blah blah blah. But what's the overall plot without spoilers? Woman with abusive boyfriend who owns some sort of technology business. He builds things and he's very rich and very fancy. Sort of drugs him, and he's abusive, and she runs away. And then he sort of like runs after her and attacks the window when she's getting this all in the trailer thing that I probably showed.
Are you okay?
It's basically her hiding from him, and then she finds out that he's killed himself. I don't know if me doing air quotes is a spoiler or not spoiler. And she's like, no, he's not killed himself. No, he's not killed himself. And then panic ensues, COVID-19, etc. Anybody I've spoke to said, oh, it's such a good film, blah blah. And it wasn't a bad film. It wasn't badly shot. It wasn't badly edited. It wasn't badly acted or anything. It's just the whole premise of this film. And I don't even know if we're going to non-spoiler territory because there's not any point. You already know there's an invisible man based on the trailer. The film's called An Invisible Man. They should have just called it Paranoid Woman, or Paranoid, or something like that, because you already know that she's hiding from an invisible man, because it's called An Invisible Man. In the trailer they show that bit where she dumps the paint bucket on him and he's got that thing and he's like, oh, he's like a golf ball. And I'll get into this when we get to spoiler things. So in fact no, whatever. No. Spoilers now. He's wearing a suit. Like a suit that's like one of those cars in James Bond. I can't remember which film it's in. Pierce Brosnan films where like one of the cars has got like cameras over it. that shoots like the other side of the car, so it kind of looks invisible because it's taking a camera shot of the other side. He's wearing a suit that's made of that. It's not like he's drank a potion, he's turned invisible or anything. But, so he's turned himself invisible to torment her, and it was just... you already know he's the Invisible Man. There was no tension, there was no suspense or anything, because you already know there's the Invisible Man. There's a bit where she's like standing outside and she thinks there's somebody outside, and she's like, oh, what's that? And she's like breathing, you know? She goes like, and then behind her there's somebody who goes, and you think, oh, there's the Invisible Man.
I went, he would find me, walk right up to me, and I wouldn't be able to see him.
Adrian is dead.
He's not dead. He has figured out a way to be invisible.
But, like, we already know that because the film's called Invisible Man. So much more could have been done without putting this in trailers, even calling it Invisible Man, just call it something else. Because we already know the big plot twist. Oh my god, there's Invisible Man. Oh no. Fucking... That, it completely took me out of it, because they could have made a very, very clever sort of psychological thriller of this woman, like, is she mental? Is she thinking there's an Invisible Man when really there's not? Is there an Invisible Man? Is she mad? Is he really dead? Is he not dead? But no, like, immediately we already know, even 10 minutes into the film, oh, we see. Alright, well then that's that round then. Alright, we already know he's there. And then the bits where she's clambering about in the attic, and she's like looking, and she finds his phone. I still don't understand that. When he's sort of like pursuing her, and she's in this house, he leaves his phone, or somebody's phone, up in the attic. Why would he leave it there? And I'm sure he leaves like some sort of papers up in the attic. You think, why? Why would he do that? Why would he do that? It doesn't make any fucking sense. And he leaves. Oh god, it was bewildering to watch, because you're like, well, we already know everything that's going to happen. We already know he's an Invisible Man. And another thing that annoyed me as well, it didn't really annoy me, it was just more like confusing. She gets in her friend's car at the start, where the Invisible Man, junkie from Hill House, bars her car window and they drive away. And then she doesn't even stay with her, she stays with her ex-husband, her ex-boyfriend, the guy from Black Mirror, and their child, and stays in their house. Why does that happen? Why does she not stay with her friend? I mean, her friend ends up, spoiler alert, I might have said spoiler, I can't even remember at this point, it's delirious for the coronavirus. Why does she not stay in her house? Why does she stay in his house? Could they not have just made him like her ex-boyfriend or something like that, or stayed with her still in the house? Why is she staying with him and not with her? Oh god. Fucking. These little things for me make a film not unwatchable, but not really good. It's like this film's made 123.4 million, and you just sort of think, how? Because everybody knows the plot twist. There's no plot twist because we already know what the plot twist is, because it's called The Invisible Man. And then as it gets on further into it, everybody thinks she's mental, blah blah blah. Is she mental? Is she not? It would be a little bit better if we, the audience, didn't know that she was mental, or knew that she was mental. Like, we already know that she's telling the truth. So, what's the point? We already know, just get to the fucking... Oh, fuck me. And throughout the film we get to see Cecilia, and she speaks to her ex-boyfriend's brother, who's his lawyer, and he's like, oh, he wants you to have this money, and he gives her like 5 million or something like that, and is it to keep her mouth shut? I honestly can't remember, it's been so long since I've seen it.
He cut his wrist. Per his final wishes, you're getting $5 million. Contingent, of course, on the fine print. He can't be ruled to be mentally incompetent.
And then it turns out that later on he's wearing the invisibility suit. The suit's just loads and loads of cameras, as I've said before. And then he eventually gets shot, and then at the end of the film, I was just like, any tension or any purpose of the movie was already ruined by seeing the trailer, and I'm bewildered as to how it's made so much money. Blumhouse, you've done it again. You've taken 7 million or 9 million or 10 million or how they make these tiny little films with little fucking tiny budgets, and then they somehow strike gold, like coronavirus gold with this, because this is the 5th highest fucking grossing film of 2020 so far, and it will be for the next fucking 3 months after all this shit's finished. And you're just like, how? And because I'm being safe on this show, I'm now putting my Carlsbergs into glass. But yeah, if I was to make a judgment on this film, I would say, I wouldn't even say go and see it, because by the trailer you already know what's going to happen. The simple act of changing its name to something wouldn't be a big deal, because oh, what's that? I'm only going to watch that, Invisible Man, I'm going to watch that, it's invisible. People are fucking stupid. People are not buying fucking Corona beers at the fucking shop because they think it's got the coronavirus in it. You know, people are fucking dumb. But don't put a key pivotal point in the movie where the Invisible Man climbs up a ladder and gets paint thrown on him, and you can actually see his fucking suit in it in the fucking trailer. You ruin a sort of bit in the trailer of it, and there's a bit as well where she's with her best friend's ex-husband, ex-boyfriend, and then he's got a daughter, and Cecilia's sleeping in bed with her, and they're lying in the bed, and then this man takes the sheet off, and it's got the little creepy bit around. Oh, he's got the sheet over him. Oh, he's standing there. Oh, he's sitting in that chair. Oh, and all this, and you're like, where's the suspense? Like, is she mental? No, she's not. But she, oh. Oh, it hurt my head watching that film, honestly. Lucky I was fucking drunk. I would say do not go and see The Invisible Man, because you can't, and certainly do not buy it on demand, because hopefully I've explained in slurred Corona Carlsberg. I was going to try and make a witty pun then, but hopefully I've explained to not see it, because you already know what's going to happen. Even without me explaining it, you've seen a trailer for it, you know what the film's about. The ending, I don't even want to talk about the ending, to be honest. Eventually the guy from Hot in a Full House comes back, gets Cecilia back, she goes into the house, she ends up putting the suit on somehow, slits Invisible Man's throat, and the black guy who was a police officer, the black guy from Black Mirror was a police officer, he sort of looks at her and thinks, oh, she's a murderer, oh, we'll let her off with it. That's the Invisible Man, because we knew there was an Invisible Man, because it's called the Invisible Man. Fucking hell. So, out of sips of beer for the Invisible Man, I wouldn't even bother. A waste of time. Watch the trailer, be done with it. Stop giving Blumhouse your fucking money. It's not fucking worth it. It's not fucking worth the amount of fucking money that they put into it, or that they fucking managed to get from it. They've hit a gold mine, somehow, out of idiots watching a fucking film. Please don't watch The Invisible Man, please don't buy it on demand. Keep safe, wash your hands, Buy Corona beer.